What's up, YouTube? Right now, I'm not sure why I do this because you can't really make out the music in the background, but we are listening to Skeletons and the Girl-Faced Boys album called Get. We're going to talk more about this later. But also wanted to just have a quick update before this weekend. It's a busy weekend. I have 2 gigs, 1 gig tonight out of town, gig Saturday out of town, going to see a show out of town, the Dum Dum Girls, on Friday. Very excited about that. And, rehearsals throughout. A friend of mine just went through a breakup, and she's been crashing on my couch for the time being. So probably won't be an update for another week or so. So just wanted to throw something out there. I've been watching a lot of videos in the last 3 days or so, and it's pretty interesting. I like hearing what you guys have to say about the records you listen to, the philosophies on why you even collect records, and just the original takes, and just who you people are characters. I feel like I'm boring compared to everyone, and if you watch my videos and find them interesting, that's awesome. I'm making my way through all the people that have subscribed to me. I think I've subscribed back to most of you, but I'm still, if I haven't, it's because I haven't watched your videos and haven't checked it out, but I will. Anyway, all that aside, I wanted to talk a little bit about the band Skeletons, who I showed earlier. I'm a big fan of them, have been for a while. Let's see, Get, the album we're listening to now, came out in 2005. So they have a new album that came out 2 weeks ago, which I haven't purchased. But they just put up a merch store on their Bandcamp website, and they said they only had 7 copies left of this. And this was the only one I didn't have of theirs, with the exception of their new record. So I immediately purchased it. Matt Milan is the brainchild behind this band. He had a couple of releases just as Skeletons before that, which I like, but this is the first as a band, and it's a lot of fun and really wacky, clever compositions. And on Ghostly International, and it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome, great debut. Dancier than their later efforts would be, but there's still hints of what would come later. It's a pretty nice cover, pretty nice art. It's got nice little illustration. Their next album, which I didn't even see they had a copy of still, is they called themselves Skeletons and the Kings of All Cities this time around. This album's called Lucas. Fantastic. They get more raw on this one. Kind of strip things down. A lot more percussive, kind of Art Ensemble of Chicago type percussion on gray vinyl, as you can see there. And that one, actually, when it came out, took me a while to get into, but once it, as all good growers do, once it hit, it really clicked with me. Their next album was their best yet. This is called Money. This is on Tom Lab. They upped the budget a little bit. This gatefold is graphic, so I'm warning you. 3, 2, 1. Right there. And there's your back. It's obviously kind of, in the vein of like Talking Heads, this kind of detached lyricism, views of society or whatever, and obviously I think there's some kind of, it's called Money. I think it has to do with prostitution, thus the album art. This is a fantastic album. It's just like bursts of pop in the middle of free jazz, and some of it, he's finding his voice in a lot of these songs, which would ultimately lead up to what I think is his masterpiece thus far, People. This beautiful album, just incredible. Can't say it enough. This came out, just as a sense of perspective, this is 2011, 6 years later. And cardboard sleeve, this was one I meant to pre-order, couldn't find it, found it in a store in Texas for really cheap, and was glad I didn't have to miss out on it, which I'm hoping to not do with the new one, but it's hard not to. Skeletons, people. And I don't have the new one, came out 2 weeks ago. Very good. That one's like almost, it's a, this album kind of explored a big band territory. You know, a lot of musicians playing at once. Next LP takes it even further. A lot of collective improvisation type stuff. But still with like this avant indie pop center that kind of branches out into those more exploratory sounds. So yeah, stoked on the Skeletons. I got that first record last night, and actually I got it this morning, and the tracking had said it was delivered, and it was not on my porch. I went out there. I came home late last night. I was out with a flashlight looking at the bushes and freaked out for a little bit, but it went to my neighbor's house. They brought it by today, which has been happening a lot. I live in a duplex, so I guess it's understandable. Aside from that, there's not much to report. I'm really excited to hear that D'Angelo's Voodoo is being re-released on one of my favorite labels, Light in the Attic. I mean, that album does not sell for under 100, and it's one of my favorite kind of, I guess, neo-soul albums. You know, got Questlove on the drums. Monster album. Really excited that they're the ones in charge of the reissue, because I know they're going to do a fantastic job. The limited edition pre-order is already sold out, so I better jump on the other pre-order. I'm just waiting to get. I've got to collect all my paychecks after I finish recording this video today. So yeah, I hope everybody has a good weekend, and you'll be hearing from me next week. I'll probably do a new arrivals batch sometime next week. Anyway, take care. Be good.